The wind whispered across Patmos, a lonely island, a place of exile. Here, a man named John, a faithful servant, waited. He was far from home, yet God was near. One day the heavens opened, not with thunder but with a voice. A glorious vision unfolded before John's wondering eyes. He was shown things yet to come, secrets of the future, mysteries of God's great plan. This was a message for all people, a message of enduring hope. John found himself transported, not by boat nor by foot. His spirit soared. He stood in the very throne room of heaven. Imagine its beauty, brighter than 1,000 suns. Colors swirled, more vibrant than any earthly rainbow. Majestic creatures full of eyes sang praises. Their voices echoed with holiness. Holy, 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 they cried. The air itself hummed with divine power. This place was beyond human words. It was sheer, breathtaking glory. In the center of this splendor, John saw him, the one who is worthy. Jesus, the Lamb of God, stood there. He was radiant. He held a book, a scroll. It was sealed shut. 7 seals held its secrets tight. This was no ordinary book. It contained the unfolding story of the world. It held God's purposes. The future was written within its pages. Only one could open it. Only the Lamb was found worthy to break the seals. The air in heaven grew still. All eyes turned to the Lamb, and to the sealed scroll he held. What mysteries did it contain? What future would it reveal? The weight of ages seemed to rest upon those seals. Each seal was a doorway to understanding God's heart, a doorway to seeing his ultimate victory. John watched, his heart pounding. He knew this was important. This vision was a gift, a sacred trust for generations. Jesus took the scroll. He began to open the seals. One by one, the first seal broke. A hush fell. Then a magnificent white horse appeared. Its rider wore a crown. He carried a bow ready for a mission. This was a horseman of conquest. He rode to spread truth. He aimed to fill the world with peace, but his path would not be easy. Resistance would rise against him. Yet his purpose was noble, a promise of goodness striving forward. The second seal was broken. A new horse thundered forth. This one was fiery red. Its rider wielded a great sword. He did not bring peace. Instead, he took peace from the earth. Conflict erupted. People turned against each other. The world felt the sting of division. This horseman represented war, a stark reminder of humanity's struggles, a call to seek true peace, the peace that only God can give. It tested our resolve. Then came the third seal. A black horse emerged. Its rider held a pair of scales, a symbol of scarcity. Famine spread across the land. Food became precious. A single meal, a treasure. This was a time of great need. It tested humanity's heart. Would people share? Would they show kindness? Or would they hoard what little they had? The scales weighed not just grain, they weighed compassion and generosity, a hard lesson for a hungry world. The fourth seal yielded its secret. A pale horse appeared. Its rider's name was Death, and Hades, the realm of the dead, followed closely. Sadness swept over the world. Sickness and despair cast long shadows. Resources grew scarce. Life became fragile. This horseman was a grim messenger, but even in this darkness, a lesson gleamed. The value of every life, the importance of compassion, the need to comfort those who mourned. Hope flickered even here. The Lamb broke the fifth seal. John saw something profound. Underneath the altar in heaven, he saw the souls of martyrs, those who had been hurt, those who had suffered for their faith. They had held on to truth, even when it cost them everything. Their voices rose, a poignant cry for justice. "How long, O Lord?" they asked. They were given white robes, symbols of their purity, their goodness. They were told to rest. Good would indeed triumph. Their unwavering faith was a beacon, even in the face of persecution, even when silenced by earthly powers. Their spirits cried out. Their sacrifice was not forgotten. God saw their tears. He heard their prayers. This vision offers deep comfort. It tells us that faithfulness is treasured, that standing for what is right matters. It assures us that justice, in God's time, will prevail. Their resilience inspires us. It calls us to live with courage, never give up. The sixth seal was opened. The earth itself trembled. A great earthquake shook the foundations. The sun turned black as sackcloth. The full moon turned red as blood. Stars seemed to fall from the sky, like figs shaken from a tree by a mighty wind. Mountains and islands were moved from their place. Panic gripped the hearts of many. Kings and commoners alike hid, the powerful and the weak. They knew this was a sign. a sign of immense change. These cosmic disturbances were not random. They were a powerful message, a clear signal for humanity. The old ways were being shaken. It was a call to awaken, a call to see beyond the temporary, an urging to rebuild what was lost. Not just buildings, but lives, not just structures, but hearts. It was a reminder of God's awesome power and his desire for renewal, a chance to start anew, to turn back to him, a time for deep reflection. Then the seventh seal was broken, and a hush fell over heaven. A deep, profound silence. For about half an hour, no sound was heard, not even the angels' songs. Imagine that stillness, after all the drama, after the horsemen, after the earthquake. There was silence, a sacred pause, a moment for everyone to breathe, a time for quiet reflection, to absorb all that had happened, and to prepare for what was next. This silence was not empty. It was full of meaning. It was a space for contemplation, a chance for hearts to process the visions, to understand their weight. God often speaks in the stillness, when the noise of the world fades. This heavenly pause taught a vital lesson, the importance of listening, the need to reflect on God's ways. Before the next chapter unfolded, it was a moment pregnant with anticipation, a calm before the coming events. And then, John saw them, 7 angels. They stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. The silence was about to be broken. These trumpets signaled more. More challenges were ahead, more trials would test the earth, but also more of God's plan unfolding. Each trumpet blast would carry a new message, a new phase of his divine work. The story was far from over. God was still in control. His purposes would stand firm. This entire vision given to John, it is a story for us. It is filled with powerful lessons. Lessons about never giving up, about holding on to faith. Even when darkness seems to win, it's about sticking to what is good, what is true. It's about keeping hope alive, even when the world shakes. God's love is constant. His presence is sure. These ancient visions still speak. They inspire resilience. They call us to live with faith, today and every day.